Hey everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullwinkle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
So all of them look pretty intriguing, and I also noticed that there's other ones that are available, such as Catch Me If You Claus and To All a Good Night and Not So Royal Christmas and a Norwegian holiday.
I did that one as well. I did the Norwegian holiday one too. That was great fun. We went to Bergen in Norway.
I've always wanted to visit Norway because that's where most of my ancestry is. You know?
Yeah. and Bergen, it was just gorgeous, and it's, you know, you'll see when you see the film, you'll get to see it. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Christmas in Vienna, that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but I saw the Paris one. That would look great. I love Paris. So, yeah. It's a good way for people to get to see different parts of the world as well, without having to, you know, leave home. But they get to experience being in Paris or Vienna or Norway, and you get to see the traditions of those countries.
Yeah, it was nice to visit Scotland this year because I learned a new perspective of the world and different ways of, you know, mannerism and all that. And so when I saw... So when I saw Merry Scottish Christmas and saw the ending when the siblings Brad and Lindsay decide that they're going to stay in Scotland, my thoughts are, you know, I can't blame them.
They're not staying for the weather, but they're staying for the vibe. They're staying for the people. That's it.
Yep, and I knew what vibe they were thinking of and enjoyed because I got the same one there.
That's great.
Yeah. So what castle did you film at in Scotland and Ireland?
It was Dunn's Castle, and it is on the borders. It's just south of Edinburgh.
Oh, Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And
it was a beautiful, and Dunn's is kind of, it's real rugby territory, and it's like, there's a village that services it, but it's a huge big estate, and it has a beautiful castle, and the Lord and Lady they still live in the castle, and they, you know, very kindly let us into the castle, but they do kind of have bedrooms there. They do kind of Airbnb, you know, to make money from, you know, to keep the upkeep of the castle, and so we took over the whole kind of Airbnb, and we rented all the rooms, and we were there, and it was fantastic. And they had a lot of fun. See, they loved the way we dressed it for Christmas, and they were like, oh my God, they got great ideas of how to dress it for Christmas.
That's great to hear. How did you secure the filming rights for Scotland and Ireland?
Well, what you do, I have a good locations team, so I hired a locations team who got the right, you know, they found the locations, we picked them, we scouted it. I went over to Scotland, went around. I've shot in Scotland a few times, and I know Scotland very well, and I've even, you know, we would always drive a Land Rover when you're over there. We live the dream in the Land Rover driving around, but it's so we got the rights to that, and they were just so welcoming. So we made sure when I go to somewhere, I make sure the locals, we use all the locals for the transport, for the catering. That's why we had the hog, you know, they wanted to do this hog roast. I said, yeah, whatever you think, you know, is appropriate for us. We're in Scotland, we're in your hands. You know, we're in your village, you know, please show us the hospitality. And that's what they did.
That's great to hear.
Because, you know, the money goes back into the economy. You know, and that's important for the people, you know, that we're coming in, spending the money, and leaving it there, that we're not just, you know, bringing people from London or bringing people from Edinburgh down. We're trying to, you know, give money to the locals wherever I shoot, be it in Scotland or if I'm on Achill Island or Malta, wherever I go, I try to make sure that the locals are adhered to and well looked after.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.